I'm really excited to talk to you guys about this new program that we have called Kami. It's just another way for us to give you work on the computer that allows you to write on it and interact with it. And it has some really nice features that are very similar to what we've been using in our Google assignments. So now when you go into Canvas, you're going to sometimes open up a Google assignment and sometimes you're going to open up a Kami assignment. When you open up a Kami assignment, it's going to look very similar to this. Mine looks a little different because it's the teacher version. So we'll just kind of play with this and figure it out as we go. I'm learning just like you are. So if you learn something or find something cool, please tell me about it. I'm excited to learn with you. So just a couple of things that you can see that I've learned so far. If you want to be able to see more of the page, you can zoom out. You can see and read more of the whole passage. If you want to get a little closer, it's hard to see. A lot of times on our Google Slides, it was kind of hard to see. On here, it says, find and circle the words with the AY vowel team in them from our story, A Day on the Bay. So we've got lots of cool options. Over here, there's a drawing tool. And so if I click on that, it gives me some cool things. I can draw with different colors. I can make it a thicker stroke, make the line bigger. So you can kind of play with that there. I'm just going to make mine red. And it wanted us to circle. So I'm reading, it was a sunny day. And this is just going to take some practice. And I'm just going to circle on the bay. The waves swayed. And I'm going to follow the directions and I can use my drawing tool. Some of the other tools that you can find over here, we have shapes. This is another way we could make a circle if you wanted to. A little challenging. You got to make sure you get all the way on one side and kind of see if you can get it around that word. So you could try that. If you tried something, oops, it didn't work, you have several options to fix it. I've got my eraser. I click on it. I can erase whatever I'm working on. So I just hold down and pull my eraser around. If I do something and I want to just get rid of that one thing, I can go right up here, Mr. Undo. Just like in Google, we can just undo the last thing that we did. So that's a nice feature. These drawing tools are nice. As long as you get where you want it, you can kind of put things around. Mr. Undo. You can make a line. So when we do some cool worksheets where you have to connect one thing to another, you could be like, okay, I'm going to connect this word to this word. So lots of cool features that I'm sure you're going to be teaching us about. The comment, like let's say you're working and you're not sure about something. And so you put an answer, and because you're at home working, you can't say to the teacher, I'm not sure about this one. Well, you could go right there beside that answer and you could say, I am not certain about this choice. And when I check your paper, I'm going to see that comment there. If you're doing something and you want me to understand why you're doing that, you could click where you're doing it and then write a little comment. I did this because, or can you help me with this? So that's just another really cool feature that you can add. And when you submit your work, I'll be able to see what you were thinking and questioning. If you need to make sure, if you look carefully, this says pages 1 of 2. With our slides, we would have lots of slides over here. With Kami, we've got to pay attention. One page is not all of the work. So I read the passage, I circle all my AY words, and then I get to page 2, and there's actually some work that I need to do. So here it says, find all the AY words and list them here. So the easiest way for me to do that would be to add a text box. And so our T, and when you click, that's where it's going to start the text box. The cool thing about Kami is you don't have to make the box bigger. It will expand as you type to fit all of the words that you type. So as you're typing in your words, it's just going to keep expanding. Now, the dots allow you to change the shape, but be very, very careful. In our Google work, we can't X out a text box, but if you click on this X, the box is gone. And so that can be frustrating if you've done a lot of work and you click on that X, it's gone. I don't know if it'll come back if you hit undo. Oh, there it is. Well, that's cool. Well, at least we know we have that option. So you can add text box wherever you need to type and just start typing answers. Lots of cool things there. And the big difference between Kami and Google is that you have to submit the work on Kami. So I don't have the button. I'm excited to see what it actually looks like on yours. But there's going to be an actual way to submit your work on Canvas, but you don't have to go back to Canvas like you did with Google Assignments, or you still do with Google Assignments. If you don't push submit, though, wherever that button is, and we'll find it, I won't be able to see your work. So it's as if you didn't do it. So when you open up a Kami assignment, it'll be its own tab. You'll be able to go back and look at Canvas anytime because there'll be another tab up there. And when you're finished, you have to submit it on Kami so that I can see it inside of Canvas and check your work. All right. I'm excited about this new program. Like I said, I'm learning it. Mrs. Light's learning it. We're all figuring it out together. If you figure out something cool, tell us about it. We're excited to do this adventure together. The only other thing I can think of is if it does ask you, should I run OCR? You can always say yes to that. And I don't know if that's just a teacher thing, but we'll figure that out as we go. I'm excited.